Okay, ignore that because we're really online.
60 seconds to go live, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yesterday it was telling us we weren't, and we really were, so I'm acting as if we are.
I'm looking for. Here we go, Scott. You need a sign or there's a text people if they want to get in.
Yeah.
I just want to put a note there saying I can't hear the audio, so probably let me know. So I'll let you know. I get by without it all the time. It's okay. I get by
That's not right.
You'll be fine.
I think they're just going to tear them door.
Go grab one. Yeah, I wasn't doing it a damn thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, okay.
Set up a little space. Let's sit in the front. Don't sit in the front row. It's painful. The front row is wide open. But they're
I can, if you want. Cheer! I'm so glad to see you all. worship takes us. Well, we'll bring a boot down instead because you asked me to.
Not there.
I'm sorry, I thought that's what you meant. I won't, no, I'm not.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barbara.
What a lovely bunch of coconuts. It's awfully nice to have all of you here this morning. I know that many of you are guests because of our speaker, and we are delighted to have Melissa Gibson with us today. Also, I'm hoping some of you are here because we are now in the Highlands. But this is a church that's built on covenant, not creed. We don't have to believe alike to love alike and to walk respectfully in differing paths and opinions. That's our covenant. That's our pledge to one another. And so, no matter who you are, whatever your age, race, origin, orientation, background, status, ability, identity, if you care to be here with us in a spirit of mutuality, you are always welcome. We front load this with a little bit of information, and then we move into the service. So, do we have some announcements?
Oh, maybe it's me.
You can't be at the door watching and also.
That's right.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to All Souls of the Highland Center. Oh, I see so many beloved faces. This is wonderful. Announcements. That's right. We do have announcements. First of all, our volunteer of the month is Ann Andrews. And has done, in addition to the packing credits that you saw earlier, and does a little bit of everything. Our giveaway the plate, which is every month we select an organization or individual that aligns with our values, specifically an organization in the community. And this month's giveaway the plate, we give away all of our non-pledge contributions, and this time it goes to the Out North Louisiana Film Festival. We are proud to be one of the co-sponsors of that event every year and look forward to it. And let's see, what else is going on? Next week and the week after, we have some very important congregational meetings. We are going to hear from our building committee, our new building committee, about our various options for going forward as a church. And we have been looking at, we've actually made an offer on a property up the street at 641 Olive. And so there's going to be some details about that, some details about the inspections that are going on, and you know, the possibilities for the renovation, all of those things. So next week will be kind of a town hall, an informational meeting where we kind of learn about all of that. The week after that will be a congregational meeting where, at that point, I guess if we feel like we're ready for a vote, we will vote, because our offer is what, for 45 days, right? It's contingent on a lot of things. Contingent on y'all's approval, on the congregation's approval, as well as things that are going on with the inspections and everything. So by all means, please show up for the next couple of weeks and stay after for the meetings. We will have a Zoom link too, but it's so nice to have your lovely faces here in the room. So hopefully you'll do that. And did you have something?
Yeah, after the service today, there is a room upstairs that has been a possible option for after December December, they are installing an elevator that's not here yet. People who are able to walk upstairs, if you want to come look at that space, to put it among your considerations before all the congregational meetings, we can do that today after the service, okay? And I got permission from Madison to do that.
Wonderful.
But you have the key.
I have the key, that's right.
So, we'll take people up if you wanna go. We're not gonna wander around and we're not gonna linger long. We're just gonna soak it in real quickly and carry on with our Sunday.
And one more thing, today, when the children and youth are sung out for their classes, they are gonna go downstairs to Maggie's art studio. And we love this idea because they can do messier things. They can keep their supplies there. They don't have to worry about being in the kind of stuffy little conference room, you know, across the hall, which wasn't stuffy at all this morning because we had Melissa presenting to us. But they can do a lot more with the space downstairs. So parents who would like to go with them and just kind of see, it is going to be kind of a trek that they go on. It's a journey to get down there. Parents, of course, are always welcome in our religious education classes, but especially if you want to go with them and see where they'll be, you're more than welcome to do that. I think that's what I have.
That's it, and I already got us out of order. Yeah, choir, you wanna come up? Face around. And that means, be still my heart, even here I am at home. Now, if you'll let your seat or the wall to support you, the floor, take a couple of comfortable breaths. And try to get your head where your feet are. Maybe your heart in the meantime too. Let us enter a spirit of worship, of elevating and contemplating matters of work.
was dark, but the day is bright. Together we can lift our eyes to all we love and we hold dear. 'Cause all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need is right here.
Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to share really quickly. If you like services like this, where like Melissa's coming to speak about her experience in Palestine, one of the organizations that sponsored it was Unitarian Universalist for Justice in the Middle East, which is a national 501c3 organization affiliated with the Unitarian Universalist Association. That's a mouthful. That's basically for advocating for the rights of Palestinians and for advocating within change within the Unitarian Universalist Association for Palestine. And recently they've changed the name now to Unitarian Universalist for Palestine, which I think is a lot easier. So if you're interested in like any future events or services about that, here's a sign-up sheet. If you don't want to sign up, you can just pass it along. And also, this Thursday, a few members of our church went down to Alexandria they're trying to create a child detention center in Alexandria. And so we have a petition. If you want to sign, you just scan this QR code up here and just fill it out. And there's also a digital toolkit that Southeast Enoch Detention released for calling the individual airport board members to express your opposition to having this created in our backyard. So, thank you.
Thank you,
Welcome to this place of possibility. This is love's hearth, and for now, the home of our hopes. A refuge for these minds in search of truth ever unfolding, ever beautiful and ever strange. Holy are the places of change and pain, the places of our struggle where the rivers of our lives run churning, white and fast. And we hold on. We hold on and we grow. Holy are the places of change and pain. Holy are the places of connection, the places where we risk ourselves, where hands, souls, and minds touch. And in awareness still, we change our lives. Holy are the places of connection. And holy are the places of becoming, the places of clear vision, where life and world are intertwined, and we can see forever in a moment. and give thanks. Holy are places of becoming. And blessed be the ground that we are meeting on, that we are gathered on today, and for some time to come, perhaps. This wild new world of the journey we're on. And whole making in this strange, new, and welcoming place. May we allow ourselves, our minds, body, and spirits to relax into this another home along our way.
I thought.
Oh, okay. Melissa made the mistake of saying she liked this on guitar. Once upon a time. It's
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Ruth, Holy Ghost, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Would someone like to come lead the first part of our chalice lighting this morning?
It's a much shorter trip. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other.
You want to be the first one to light our chalice? We light our chalice this morning as a reminder to awaken our creative spirits, attend to our wiser than we know souls, and remember that love and belonging and safe place can be wherever we come together. We are a people of honor, of noble values, deep convictions, and steadfast willingness to do the work we are called to do. Illuminate our hearts and the spaces between them. Let this be a sacred time of unfolding. In this space made sacred by our gathering of two or more, and by our intentions for good, for love, for truth, for listening, and for justice, let us be still and find peace in what quiet is here. In this sacred space, let our hearts open like butterflies' wings at their necessary and perfectly suited pace. Here, now, in this sacred space, may the glow of the chalice, like a seed, find purchase in us to shine in our hearts. And may its flame burn true and high and strong. Would you please rise in body or spirit and say with me the unison affirmation as you're willing and able.
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other.
Our opening hymn has different words for the occasion, and they are in your orders of service. They will be up here as well. I should be out there where I can see them better.
I think I got your picture.
You did, thank you. So it's beyond the contract.
We come from the hillside, living on the hillside, come down from the hillside, turn the world around. We're in the highlands, meeting in the highlands, coming to the highlands, turn the world around. Oh, so is life, so is life, oh, so is life, so is life. In the highlands, reading in the highlands, beaming in the highlands, turn the world around. Whoa, so is life, wow, so is life, whoa, so is life, wow, ha, so is life.
Be seated, please.
So, today, our guest, Melissa Gibson, is going to be talking to the people who don't go downstairs about her time visiting Palestine. And one of the things about visiting is you're a guest in someone else's house. And kids, I'd like y'all to listen too, because this is really important when you go downstairs. We're not the only people here. Y'all know that, right? There's going to be another group having church over on the other side, and that goes for all the grown-ups too. I want to really talk to everybody about this. We have been so welcome this week. I mean, LA Aid has given me my own little corner in their already tiny office. We have, and Madison has been so helpful, Father John, everybody has been so welcoming. This is a welcoming place. You can feel safe here, you can feel like you belong. And in return, what are some of the ways that we show that we respect that?
We clean up after ourselves.
Clean up after ourselves, that's right. And I think we need to reset this room. So we'll probably need some help with that. What else? Yeah, Ava. Don't destroy things. What a great idea. I think that would be good advice for life in general. I wish more people in the wider world could follow that. No kidding.
Are they going to be in Sunday school at the same time?
Possibly. You guys will be downstairs doing your religious education. I think while the Church for the Highlands kids are next door to you. And so what do you want to think about when you think about that?
Keeping noise level down.
Keeping noise level down is good. It doesn't mean you have to be little monks, but just be aware that there's somebody else very nearby. And you may hear their noise, you just kind of work it out as you go. But I just want you to be mindful. I want everybody to be mindful that you're in somebody else's house. That, yeah, we're a paying guest, but we're not paying all that much. And so we want to be respectful, and we want to kind of learn the ways that people here do things. This isn't only our space. wonderful space for lots of different people and lots of different groups.
So maybe ask before you do something.
Ask before you do something.
Smile at people you don't know.
Smile at people you don't know.
Don't make assumptions.
Don't make assumptions. Don't assume something about another person's actions, beliefs, anything like that. What about where you're supposed to be?
Stay there.
Stay there. Stay in wherever, and Maggie will let you know where your area will kind of be, and just stay there. There's going to be activities for you to do, so yeah, you want to stay with the group and in the space where you're going to be. Anything else before we
Accept things as they are.
accept things as they are? That's a really good thing.
And be
Yeah.
thankful for everything.
And be thankful. Yes, like I said, we're guests. We have been welcomed in like you wouldn't believe. I mean, just it's good. So be grateful, and over time, I think we might even do things together. We'll kind of see how that works out. I know that they have a big blessing of the animals, for instance, so that may be a thing that we can collaborate. It remains to be seen, but anyway, thank you for listening and contributing, and let's sing the children and youth downstairs to their adventures. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
This was actually picked up by Melissa. This is I Side with the People by Reverend Drew Patton. If ever they ask you, which side are you on? Tell them plainly, I side with the people. With the precious ones, all the integral, the soft and the fierce, irreplaceable. That beloved, if only by God, and trees who were born, who breathe and survive. Say I side with those who keep watch, beneath the bright screaming arc of bombs, with those who hide in the dark doorways, or who through the moonlight flee, with those who stay and fight, and with those kept up all night, by hunger and grief, and terror and rage, by desperate unruly hope, who are good and green at the root, who are more than the worst that they've done, who do their best to love and still pass on the hurt in themselves that they hate. But what? When they take sides against each other, the people against even themselves, side with whatever is human in them, what is fragile and feeling and flesh, side with the truth of our stories, side with the fact of our pain, side with the defiant insistence on freedom, side there again and again, side there tomorrow, today and tomorrow, side there the rest of your life, side there together until we belong, each one to every other. If ever they ask you, which side are you on? Say, it doesn't work like that. Tell them you side with the people and abide where the people are at.
Spirit of life, breath that moves in us, among us, and through us. Before the source of love and existence, hope and mystery, we give thanks for this place, for these walls that offer us shelter, for the rooms made ready to welcome us in our gathering, for the hands and hearts that have cared for this building over generations. I went to kindergarten here. and filled it over and over with purpose and intention for good. We're grateful that we join a community already at work. Neighbors committed to justice, to compassion, to healing, and to flourishing of everybody. We rejoice that our voices and our spirits will mingle on this property with those of fellow seekers, including our new Episcopal siblings of St. Francis Church for the Highlands, who meet in the other part of the building on Sundays. That all of that will join, and all of our labors here will move love forward towards a more equitable world. May our shared presence strengthen every good work that begins within these walls. Though this is not the home that we have known or that we may ultimately find, we receive it as a gift for this season. May it become a place where laughter is heard and questions and concerns are welcomed, where children are cherished and music is lifted, grief is held, and hope is renewed. May all who enter here find acceptance, courage, and belonging. As we live into this time of transition, grant us patience when the path is uncertain, wisdom when choices are before us, and faith when the future is not yet clear. Bless all who would help shape the next chapter of this congregation, our leaders, our organizers and dreamers, our planners and builders and doers, and every member who lends a voice, a prayer, or a hand. May we have the humility to listen in a discerning fashion for deeper promptings, and whatever the universe would lead us to do, not simply what we personally prefer or think cool. Grant us clarity to discern what is truly ours to do, what might best serve a world that is in such tremendous need. Give us guidance to recognize the right opportunities, the whole eightfold path of right things, along with the inspiration to imagine a home that reflects our deepest values, most especially keeping love at the center. May every conversation here and forward be rooted in love. Every decision tempered with humbleness, and every step directed toward greater justice, welcome, and joy. For now, may this, however temporary home, remind us that the truest sanctuary is not built of brick, steel, or lumber, but of covenant, compassion, and the enduring promise to walk together in love. May this place surprise us with many wonderful and unexpected blessings. May we who gather here on Sundays and all those who work within these walls throughout the week be blessed in those efforts. And always may our journey together, wherever it leads, be a blessing to the wider world. Amen. Ashe, blessed be. We're going to enter a moment of silence. And for today, our ritual will be, if you have a concern or something you wish to celebrate, there are stones here. You can place one at the base of the chalice light, inside the chalice, to symbolize joining with the power of the community, the elevating of those concerns to that which is greater. you make this place feel that way
Yeah.
for you? I'm so glad that you're here, because now we have the chance to learn what we may have been overlooking, because we were in a place that permitted us to need each other less. The space alone could comfort us with its safe distance and protected observation of a beautiful and seemingly undefiled space. In all of its magnificence, it nevertheless encouraged us by its very form and location to stay apart from, rather than a part of. Now it's time. Here we are, at a time, a physical location, and a transitional space from which we will be learning that home, even a spiritual home, is not a place. We can begin again to remember how we go about finding ease, contentment, the peace of home within our own discerning, our path and connectedness, as well as in the familiar faces that create community, among the spirits that also come to willingly open together to possibility. There are lessons so many of us have already learned that we may have let slip a little bit further away. In this space, let us be intentional about acknowledging to ourselves that we are most effective when we step out of familiar patterns and spaces to risk being human together, caring for humankind together, tending the multitude of fragile, beautiful, and necessary aspects of life all around us that need our care. It is time now. It is time now to remember. It is time again for us to be less casual about our intention. It's again time to study, ready our spirits to grow and change together in humility and love and dedication. And speaking of dedication, let me introduce to you our out-of-town guest speaker and longtime member, Melissa Gibson. Melissa joined All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church of Shreveport in 2010 when her family moved to the area. Here for us, she played roles of all sorts. She was on the board as the treasurer. She was a religious education teacher. She chaired several times the silent auction and led the effort to replace dilapidated playground equipment, led the effort all the way to getting new playground equipment that the kids have enjoyed for a decade. I don't remember exactly when that was. But it was a fort and jungle gym structure, and the kids had a blast with it. In 2019, Melissa's family received orders and relocated to Omaha, Nebraska. Since then, she's been pursuing her Master of Divinity, which is a postgraduate degree in the art of ministry, at Starr King for the School for the Ministry in Berkeley. She's been doing a lot of her coursework online.
It's in Oakland now.
Oh, it's in Oakland?
Yeah, they sold the Berkeley.
See, everybody's doing it.
It's one of only two literally Unitarian Universalist seminaries in the country. There are other places that Unitarian Universalist seminary students study, but those two are actually Unitarian. Well, it's one of two Unitarian seminaries. She is an aspirant in the UUA, or the Unitarian Universalist Association's Ministerial Fellowshipping process, which is grueling. Both being in seminary and being in the Ministerial Fellowshipping process are things your current minister has never done. My hat is. They are hoops I haven't jumped through, and she's going through every one of them. So, Melissa also works as the membership and administrative manager at First Unitarian Church of Omaha. And something that's a stunner for me is next month, she will have 2 kids in high school. And one starting his final semester of college. Can you believe that? We haven't seen these kids for a while, those that are part of the church. Anyway, she recently made a trip to Palestine and wants to share her insights and experience with us about that, and I know that's why a lot of you are here. So we are very, very pleased to welcome you this morning, Melissa Gibson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm a little taller.
You want me to put it on?
I noticed she fit under the TV, and I was like, I'd be like, okay, so things look a little different than I expected when Barbara reached out to me in April asking if I'd do a service this summer. I guess I always thought I'd be at that big wood pulpit again in front of the magnificent view one more time. But I guess I moved years ago, and now so did you. So I still call Shreveport home when people ask. Then they wonder why I don't have a Southern accent. And then they usually ask me about Mike Johnson. So that's fun. And I wondered if it would be harder to be here at All Souls versus the place on Ellerbe. But I don't think so. I can appreciate the beauty of a building and the land, but when I call Shreveport home, it's not my house, or that old church property, or even drive-through daiquiris. It's the people. So many people I would like to just scoop up and take back to Omaha with me. I have a shirt that says, radicalized by basic decency. When I think about what radicalized me, what made me like this, it is basic decency. We know that little line, right? We didn't recite with liberty and justice for all to not mean it. And it was this church, this community, it was people who were whole grown-ups with careers and homes and children and pets who valued what I valued. I was 27 with far browner hair when I showed up here. One of my kids wasn't even a zygote yet. I wasn't a child, but I don't think I felt like a whole-ass grown-up either. So I was always told that I'd get more conservative as I got older. But here I met so many older people who were still loudly progressive, who cared deeply about things like marriage equality and abortion rights and multiculturalism, and who still wanted to learn things. So thanks to so many of you, I've only gotten worse with age. My hair gets grayer and my path veers further left and my mouth gets bigger. So radicalized by basic decency, by All Souls, and most recently by a trip to Palestine, a trip I never thought I'd take. So for the last year or so, Taha has been in touch with me, nudging me about Palestine. What was the church I was working at doing on the issue? Could I forward some information? What could I, as a staff member, do to kind of push things forward? I sent the things.
I'm shocked.
I sent off the things he shared, but nothing ever came of it. And I admit I wasn't really personally invested. The whole Palestine-Israel thing, I thought,
was just way beyond my knowledge. I didn't know enough to have really big opinions. I had enough things to worry about. Our democracy is under threat, and Taha wants me to find the bandwidth to care about something that is literally 6,000 miles away. So in October 2025, he sent me a digital flyer about an opportunity for Unitarian Universalist seminarians to travel to Palestine. I said I'd share it with some classmates, and I'd look into it for myself too, but I don't think I really meant it. And he said, quote, "It's really important you see what's happening firsthand." So oddly, about a week earlier, I spoke at the No Kings 2.0 rally in Omaha in front of like 5,000 people. And in some ways, that was actually a lot easier than speaking somewhere like this, because when you have 5,000 people, all their faces are just little dots. And here I can see your faces and your reactions, and I have to make eye contact. But anyways, at the No Kings rally, a man ahead of me, he spoke about his time in Gaza where he worked as a medic. And he shared some really horrific stories. And I remember turning to my friends who were with me and I said, I mean, that sounds awful, but what can we do? So then Taha, of course, had sent me that information. So a week later, I get the opportunity to apply for a pilgrimage with other UUs to Palestine, sponsored by Friends of Sabeel North America, known as FASNA, and by the Unitarian Universalist for Justice in the Middle East, UJME. Taha will be out there with information about that organization, as well as a resource guide that I put together for my trip out in the foyer when we're done here. So I don't know about fate, but it did seem pretty serendipitous. So thank you, Taha. So I applied, and I didn't expect I'd get accepted. First, I really didn't know anything about Palestine. I had never been an activist about the issue. Second, I didn't even know if I really cared. I honestly fell into the camp of, Israel seems problematic, but surely it's still better than anything else over there. And third, I would have probably said that pro-Palestinian voters who were refusing to cooperate with elections were within their rights, but kind of annoying. And I mean, really, why would FASNA and UUJME pick me to go on this trip? Well, it turns out, I later learned, they accepted everyone who applied. A few ended up declining. A few had some family things go on. One person was actually just kind of too scared to go. And so I found out in November that I was going, but I still didn't really think I was going. So much can happen between November and January. The chance of some war thing happening over there and travel being banned seemed quite possible. And I could just back out, right? Eventually I had to buy a plane ticket, and I did that very reluctantly. And I had to apply for an Israeli visa online, and I did that very reluctantly. And eventually FASNA set up a fundraising link for the trip. And I didn't necessarily need the monetary support to make the trip, but I did very much so need the community support. If it had just been my money on the line, I would have chickened out. I cried on the drive to the airport. I cried walking into the airport. What was I thinking? I don't even really like traveling, and I'm going somewhere that's on the news all the time because people are dying there. What am I doing? But I didn't want to turn around and have to have more than 25 conversations with people, giving them their money back and telling them that I was too scared. I'm a type A perfectionist oldest child, and swallowing my pride is way scarier than going to the Middle East for the first time. But just barely. So I spoke about Shreveport still being home earlier, and I had more support from individuals here than anywhere else. It was deeply humbling to know that even with years and distance, that so many people here still cared so much about me and wanted to see me do this. So I truly mean it when I say that I would not have done this without you. It was $20, it was $50, it was $100, and it added up to something that changed my life. And I don't know that I can ever thank you enough. So coming back to Shreveport and knowing my church was in a new home this Sunday, it got me thinking a lot about home and what that idea means in Palestine. You might wonder why some people stay somewhere so terrible. Well, first, it's not all that terrible. I was in Jerusalem in the West Bank, and it's beautiful. It reminded me of Northern California, hilly and dry, views for miles. Next, there's the history that just hangs onto seemingly everything there. There's the beauty of the people and their customs and their language. I've never been around a lot of Arabic, but being immersed in it, it sounds like a song all the time. I ran into young people who eagerly practiced their English with me and apologized for not being better. And I assured them they were very easy to understand and they were doing great. Meanwhile, the only Arabic word I learned was yalla, which means, let's go, come on, hurry up. Yalla, yalla, yalla. There was a lot of that, because we had a very jam-packed agenda every single day. So I went to Palestine thinking it was all rubble, that maybe there wasn't anything worth saving, and I was so wrong. And I am so embarrassed that I ever thought the way I did. There are humans over there, lovely, kind, thoughtful, intelligent humans. Some of them do choose to be there, but most actually aren't allowed to leave. They are literally trapped in the West Bank in Gaza. They can't use the airport in Tel Aviv. There are highways they're not allowed to travel on. Israel studied our Jim Crow practices and adopted them. In our media, I feel like we're told that Palestinians are to blame for their own demise. Meanwhile, the fact is that the majority of Palestinians alive today have never had any say in the systems they live under. The Palestinian Authority hasn't held a presidential election since 2005 and operates under the control of the Israeli military anyways. Hamas was elected, not even by a majority of the people, in 2006. So the so-called elected leadership does not even come close to representing the population. Most Palestinians alive today have never even voted, not once. So you can call Hamas villains, and you can call the Palestinian Authority patsies, and you can shout about the evils of Sharia law. Those things can all be true, but those things are not all the people of Palestine. We had one woman from a refugee camp speak to our group about job training. She didn't mince words. If you put me in a room with someone from the Palestinian Authority, I would fight them. Sometimes bad people claim to represent us. I think we can understand that to some degree. In Israel-occupied Palestine, I visited homes that are just ruins, villages destroyed in the 1948 Nakba. They're now more like hiking trails with buildings just barely recognizable. There are historical markers nearby that don't mention the name of the village, or the word Palestine, or the Nakba. These homes are treated like something people lived in a long time ago. So long ago, who can say? It hasn't even been 80 years. There are people alive who still call those ruins home. I was in homes slated for demolition. One afternoon, our group had lunch in Silwan, a once well-established Palestinian neighborhood in East Jerusalem. We sat inside and on the porch of the family's home, a small one-bedroom caravan. The couple, Amina and Fakhri Abu Diab, had prepared maklaba, a massive chicken, rice, and veggie dish, seasoned to perfection, layered in a giant pot, and then flipped over onto a large platter. And when I say massive, I'm not exaggerating. Almost 20 people ate from that platter, and there were still lots of leftovers.
Wow.
And it was one of the best meals of my life. And as delicious and as simple as that was, we had our meal beside the ruins of the husband's childhood home. He'd lived there his entire 62 years, most recently with multiple generations of his family, his children and grandchildren. until Israeli soldiers arrived on Valentine's Day morning in 2024. As the nation reported, suddenly the house shuddered from a deafening blast. The Israeli army had blown open the property's iron gate. A squadron in battle gear streamed in, pushing Abu Diab back. It was followed by almost 20 Border Patrol officers, armed and with guard dogs. After the officers were finished, the bulldozers moved in. They flattened everything. The fruit tree he had planted with his mother as a child, the rooms of his grandchildren, the gardens outside. Abu Diab had seen this coming. He'd been a prominent activist against Israelis' land annexation of Palestinian territories for decades. Israeli forces had been demolishing homes all around him, and he knew that it was only a matter of time before they came for him. He had even alerted journalists who documented the raid as it happened. But that didn't make the mourning any less horrifying or the lingering trauma any less real. Abu Diab said, his voice breaking, "They bulldozed with such violence. It felt like our hearts were being crushed by the bulldozers too." Still standing is one corner of the home where you can see the kitchen cabinets. Much of the floor tiles are still visible as well. And that's what he wakes up to every morning. And at any moment, the bulldozers can show up again and destroy the tiny trailer home. That's how he goes to sleep every night, in terror. But Amina and Frockry, they continue to host delegations, like mine, and do interviews, likely putting themselves and their property in more danger. But with the off chance the attention changes some hearts and minds, whether their home is saved or not. I read a piece from the Associated Press dated June 10th that indicates that his small caravan is still standing, for now. And the plea from the Palestinians we spoke to was for us to contact our representatives and ask for the United States to withdraw unconditional support from Israel. That was it, really. They shared with us so generously, in every way, and all they want in return is for me to share my experience and to tell my representatives to uphold international law. The United States is far and away Israel's greatest ally, so the genocide in Palestine is our problem. Our government allows it to continue with our tax dollars and without any consequences. So most recently, just over a week ago, a bill failed in Congress that would have cut billions of dollars to Israel. It failed, but more than 100 Congress members voted yes. And that feels like progress. Not successful, far too late, failed, but progress. And then last week, just a few days ago, the House passed a $1.15 trillion military spending package, merging our military tech with Israel's. So here's hoping that it fails in the Senate. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. The Palestinians the delegation spoke to have different ideas on what a solution looks like. But consistently, I heard no celebration about the October 7th attacks. Quite the opposite. Multiple Palestinians told us it just made everything worse. I heard nothing anti-Semitic. I believe that Judaism is co-opted for Israel the way Christianity is co-opted by the far right in America. It's about power, it's about greed, it's about money. It has nothing to do with God, and so many people are being lied to. It was curious and awful to hold this violence in a place where Jesus walked. Whether it's Jesus or Muhammad or Moses, almost 4 billion people from Abrahamic faiths find this place sacred, and in that place, everywhere, there are soldiers in fatigues, their combat boots kissing the ground, a gun or two in hand and holster. On one of the last nights, I was sitting on the front patio of our hostel, a formal Catholic monastery built in 1903 on top of a hill in East Jerusalem with a stunning view of the old city. I remember the weather being close to perfect, the air still. It was about 50 degrees, but dropping fast. And I wrote in my journal, "There are gunshots in the distance. This is the 3rd time hearing them since being here. Target practice, someone climbing the wall, the holiest of lands, and the background noise is bullets. So thank you, Shreveport. Thank you, All Souls, for making my trip possible. I carried you with me. I truly wouldn't have done it without you. And I always carry home with me. So amen, ashe, blessed be, and free Palestine.
Get to work.
We're gonna have to do the
Our closing hymn is Fire of Commitment. Thank you, Melissa. The words will be up here. We ask that you rise in body or spirit. Not too fast. Oh, hang on. Thank you. Please be seated for a moment. Thank you, Melissa, for a very touching perspective. So good to have you with us again. And we hope you'll come back soon and think about coming back to stay. We'll be in touch to keep you posted, all of you, on the things that are going on among the souls. Please join us again next week here and help us get the word out that we are in Highland now. I have more chairs to bring. Also, while you are here, I want to invite you, as I said earlier, to come up and look at the other space, just for reference and perspective on stuff. We can give you a good bit more information about that space at some later point, but we would like you to be aware of it. Anyway, we extinguish this chalice. Today, but we are illuminated by a faith that acknowledges human imperfection, the many failures that we have made along the way, and the perpetual hope for progress that we live with and in. A faith that encourages us to step out of our comfortable patterns and allows us to cultivate new skills at our own growing edges, so that we remain spiritually agile and able to change with time and newer understanding. When we take into ourselves, our own hearts and minds, the fire from our chalice, a fire of commitment to truth, the work of justice, and the far too rare discipline of compassion, it does not become less, it becomes more. Let us have the courage to kindle new sparks within these walls and beyond, multiplying their power by all of our lives and sharing it with the world. Though we experience discomfort, we're excited to give birth to a new, more just world. Every day we try. May it be so. Amen. Go in peace and stay for information. We have cookies.
Where did the chairs go?
First, we'll need to push them back against the wall so we can bring the table.
You as well. Thank you. It's this Mr.
A few more weeks to do and I'm out of here. 2 more weeks to do when I get on my chair. Susan. I'm sorry. Closing out the service. And he had said,
Fantastic. How are you doing? Have you met our Miranda yet?
See you again.
It's not live stream. It's not going to work anymore.
I'm retired from our whole life training. I did that for 20 plus years. I came out of COVID. I said, oh,